All right, we got more important things. We got to detract because apparently there was a shout out to Rip a Goalpost. This is why we titled the video the way we did. Because Eric July fighting his proxy war.
It's shameless now.
I haven't seen this clip, but Katie clipped it.
We have Renown Zero. What's up with a 39 months? Good on you, bro. Ignoring the bullshit and
39 months. Jesus.
Focusing on the company and what fans want. You know, I appreciate you. I know you one of the guys
for a wrench.
Correct.
What?
39 months for a wrench. That's all he ever got. And the shout out.
He got a shout out, but he's gonna tell him right now. TJ, watch. Listen.
I appreciate you. I know you're one of the guys front lines out there correcting the record, man. I appreciate you.
Front lines correcting the record. This is what he's saying. Sturgis is on the front lines, guys. So it's a war. It's a war. Sturgis is out there on the front lines correcting the record. I don't know if you've ever watched a Sturgis video, but correcting the record is no you, no you, bud. Eric July didn't say that. You wrong, bud. Vito's a pedophile. No you. There is no correcting the record. Yeah, it's Sturgis, 100%.
Katie did dogs. EVS put peanut butter on his dick. That's all Sturgis says.
We literally will provide evidence of Eric July saying something or tweeting something or discussing a matter, but bud, that's not what he meant. The thing that he said that came out of his mouth exactly the way you said he said it, that's not what he meant, bud. When he said that he could stab Riley and then like drag him behind his house and then bury him in the backyard and let the dog eat him, what he really meant was to have a conversation, bud. That's just you don't understand. That's urban language. Murder you.
You don't understand Redouble Healer, bud.
Yeah. See, what it is murder you in your sleep in the hood means that I just want to write a sternly worded email to your business account. So you wrong, bud.
And yeah, obviously I'm best used to all of my customers focusing on the company. So laser focus, trying to grow this thing, injecting fun into this industry is what it's about for myself.
He's injecting fun into the industry, not just into his company, but the entire industry, baby. The comic books weren't
injecting
fun.
Harassment into the industry.
Yeah. He has
no fun.
Made it fun for us to make fun of him.
He brought a
I believe him. I believe him. He gave us. He paid for the locale that we symbolize and me and Hostage have adopted that Tony rejects. But the locale will win him over.
He's like Tony's Moses coming out of the mountain, and like you've erected this golden cow, and he's like, get that out of here.
Golden calf. Maybe Sturgis will be correcting the record in regards to Rippaverse's 90% drop in sales. What it is, bud, is not a campaign, bud. So those sales, that book is going to be on sale all the time, bud. So you don't know how many sales it's going to have.
Okay. So yeah, they get to talk to themselves or talk to other people that are willing to engage with them. And I did see Rippaverse Goalpost.
So they get to talk to themselves or other people that are willing to engage with them. So he's basically saying, guys, go ahead, go engage with them, fight them for me.
Video that he shared of some guy was upset that I'm not engaging with them.
That literally DJ Eric wasn't upset, but this is the video. Katie put it in there. Good job, Katie.
I've accepted that. I don't think people will ever get used to it. Well, some people won't. Many will, but other people won't. It'll be a buffer because Eric July became a professional. And Eric July no longer is streaming and every day and spending so much time and going back and forth with people. Like he's not doing that anymore.
No, but you're advocating other people to do it. There's no difference in that. You're doing it by proxy. For example, if I say I'm not going to fight with people on the internet, but then I echo and platform and shout out people that are doing it, then you are still actively participating in it. You're just doing it through somebody else. And it's different from like a fan. Like if you had a bunch of fans doing it and you were not retweeting them, you weren't commenting under their post, you weren't like if you were completely like just not engaging with it at all. I would say, well, you're right. Maybe you are doing something different, but you're not, bro. You're not. You are actively fighting with people through other people,
Shout out.
which is some coward shit. Either you're
Damn.
disconnected or you're not.
True.
That in between shit doesn't work, man. Like it's literally like you are standing behind the people who are doing the kicking and punching, and you're cheering them on, and you're giving them the
Standing
means to do it, and they're all
Sturgis.
doing it in your name.
Yeah. Well, what Eric July really is doing is the will no one rid me of this turbulent priest, right? It's where someone is basically like, man, it'd be really helpful if somebody were to correct the record. You know, I cannot do it, but it would be really helpful to me in my Rippaverse if somebody were out there correcting the record. That gives him, you know, plausible deniability, right? Plausible deniability. I didn't tell anyone to attack them. I just suggested that my life would be so much easier should somebody go after EVS, should somebody go after Tony and the detractors, right? Well, how great would it be if Eric called just like that's right, Finbar, the Tommy Tallarico system. Remember Manson, Charles, or Maryland?
Charles, I bet.
I like this guy better.
That's a big L. That's a big L, Eric. For somebody who's saying, like, I'm not going to get in this anymore, you are literally still in it.
Moving differently.
You might not be like waist deep in it, but you're knee deep in it. You're knee deep in it.
I'll disagree with
people
that
that
one
don't
part
like-
right there where he says that he's only knee deep in it. I think he's actually neck deep in it.
Yes.
When you are going out of your way to basically say, I'm going to be the colonel of this army, this counter detractor army. Because in order for him to do this, just like any organization, you need talking points. Sturgis is not coming up with this shit himself. Like when people were trying to push back on me about my spreadsheets and the numbers or what the definition of success is and all this other shit, or, you know, going after me to try to deep dive anything and everything on the internet to try to find this out. Sturgis and all these people aren't getting orders or aren't just coming up with this themselves. They're not that intelligent. So Eric is giving instructions or having people very close to him give instructions, and people talk about whisper networks and whatever. I can't even imagine what goes on behind the scenes with those folks, whether it's Twitter, private chats, Discords, or something like that. That's the one thing I will disagree with Eric on. He's not knee deep. He's neck deep into this shit, and he's as deep as he's ever been. And again,
I agree with Brosidon though. I think he's arm deep. I think like Brosidon saying, Eric July is actually arm deep in Sturgis's ass as he works him like a puppet.
He might be elbow deep up his ass. Who the hell knows? But again, I think it's important to recognize this because Eric he's rallying the troops. He's using this kind of video as a pep rally. Like, hey, I'm not forgetting about you guys. Don't worry about it. And I really think behind the scenes, they're having talking points. Hey, you guys go after this person. You guys go after that person. Make sure that you're replying to all of these different people. Because again, from the detractor side, so to say, you see real people. Like I've been on camera. You've been on camera. People know who these people are. Eric's group have one thing in common. They're almost, except for like Sturgis and maybe LG and maybe a couple others, they're all the same usual suspects. There's about a dozen of them. And lately, especially after the Gooding thing came out, you saw sock accounts that you never saw before.
Yeah, new ones.
Yeah, that are active. So who's giving these orders? Who's putting this together? I think it's incredibly orchestrated, and it's not by accident, and it's not like Tony spawning things to talk about, or me, or Richard, or anybody else who's putting this stuff out there. I think it's much more centralized than we could probably even imagine.
I would agree with that. Let's finish this up because, man, we got so much more to talk about because Sturgis wants himself a third lawsuit. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but Sturgis is fishing for yet another lawsuit. So get excited for that.
Like you, would love for you to just shut the fuck up about this stuff and not talk about it and just be clowned. Just be a clown for them. That's what they want you to do, right? That's what they would want you to do. The only people who would want you to actively fight back and engage are the fans of your channel. They want you to do that. I can tell you right now, I know this 100%. If Eric were to monetize a hater, I'm calling it right now, it would break 100,000 views because the people that watch your channel, that is the shit they want.
And other people are basically shutting them down, so they're unable to. They're level. I guess this is what they were frustrated at, is that they're leveling things at me. I'm not engaging with them, but they're still not getting that benefit of going unchecked, and they're getting frustrated because of that. Because other people
frustrated by Sturgis. Wow,
the benefit of going unchecked. Literally, all DJ Eric said was, Eric, you would make a lot more money if you just monetize your haters again. That your audience wants that.
People are basically correcting them. It seems to be making them mad. So not only am I not engaging, which is what they want from me, they're still not able to just say just anything and then go on.
I can just say whatever I want because, I mean, I do. No one's checking me, Eric. Sturgis putting out a video that 100 people watch. It's not checking me. LG making a tweet that 3 people see. It's not checking me. So
check. There's other people that are willing to check them on that. So, yeah, I saw that video. It's kind of a trip.
Clip, clip, and snip, snip.
All right.